Go green. What does that mean? Well, it was created to entice consumers to purchase products that would help the environment, help protect and preserve it. But it has become this gimmick to sell to consumers. And consumers in turn have become apathetic to the need to help protect and preserve our environment. Last year, I made a commitment to no longer use plastic shopping bags from the grocery store. The use of plastic shopping bags, I have found, has become a danger and a detriment to our environment. In the next few moments, I would like to give you some information about the cost of plastic shopping bags. Are they really free to you, the consumer? Do plastic bags really biodegrade? And if so, how long does it take? And then finally, why reusable shopping bags are a better option for the consumer. First, there's the cost. While plastic shopping bags are offered to each consumer as a seemingly free option, in reality, each consumer in some way is paying for the shopping bag. Perhaps not as you would ring up and pay for a Snickers bar, but in the end, it's still the same. You are paying in some way for that bag. Much like shipping, handling, and overhead costs that retailers incur to run their business, this cost is passed on to the consumer just as those others. The estimated cost to retailers each year for plastic bags is $4 billion, and that was reported on reusablebags.com. Retailers have to pay to order these bags, and in turn, that cost is passed on to consumers by way of pricing markups. It may be 1 or 2 cents here or a half a cent there, but make no mistake, you are in some way paying for those bags. Now, many authors have disagreed about the amount of time it takes for a plastic bag to biodegrade. There's some that say 10 years, some 20, some say about 100 years for one bag to biodegrade. However, on reusableshoppingbags.com, they stipulate that plastic bags don't biodegrade. They photodegrade, breaking down into smaller and smaller toxic bits, contaminating soil and waterways and entering the food web when animals accidentally ingest. It's also interesting to note that on enviroliteracy.org, they state that plastic shopping bags are made from the waste products of oil refining. That's not exactly appealing. So why are reusable bags a better option? Aside from the points we've just made, it's also important that we note that these bags pardon me, don't have a toxic consequence on the environment because you're not throwing them away after every use. The name says it all. They are reusable. You will be reusing these bags. You'll only need a few, perhaps a dozen. I actually have about 15 that I use when I go grocery shopping and that I use over and over again. There's no need to purchase any more unless one rips, which is actually not very likely because companies make these bags to be strong and durable and reusable. Now, reusable bags are actually much, much more versatile than their plastic or paper options. There are some that come in tall and thin shapes. They can hold things like sodas or boxes of juice boxes. These are great for carrying milk because they have longer handles that are sewn in. They're very durable, very capable of holding heavy things. There's also these square type bags that I actually got from one of our local grocery stores for about $1 that can carry most of the normal groceries, boxes of cereal, things like that. And then there are actually these great bags that are insulated and have zippers to close them. And these are great for cold products such as your frozen goods. How many times have you gone to the grocery store and purchased ice cream and it's melted by the time you get home? With this bag, that's not going to happen. You have a little bit more time to get home with these bags. So you can see there's so many different options of bags that you can get when you use reusable. And these bags are not going to rip and you're not going to chase your groceries down the store parking lot. These bags can also be neatly folded all inside each other and stored until your next use. My suggestion is store them by the front door so you don't forget them and end up coming home with plastic bags anyway. While it's a small upfront cost, the end result is a far greater blessing to us and the environment. You know, the Bible tells us in Genesis that God created the earth, and then he created man. And then he gave man dominion over the earth and everything in it, which essentially gave us responsibility for the earth. And when God gives us a gift, we're called to be good stewards of that gift and take care of it and use it in a way that would be pleasing to God. By using something that we know is going to harm the environment, we're essentially being ungrateful and taking advantage of this gift that we've been given. So let's make the transition. Let's use these reusable bags and help preserve and protect our environment, and follow the calling that God has placed on all of us to protect and preserve and act responsibly with the gift he's given us. Won't you help me with that? Thank you.